Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. Back in February of 2021, Warner Bros. Discovery had a big blowout event announcing a ton of new series, a ton of new movies that would be coming across their different brands. This was actually when they were still known as Warner Media at the time, right before the merger happened, but nevertheless, Cartoon Network had a wide variety of announcements that took place on that day. I remember the day very fondly. I covered a lot of the announcements back to back to back to back. I think I put out like 8 videos over the span of 24 hours, and it was a really fun day. One of the announcements that came that day, though, was for the Total Drama Island revival, something that I think many people were excited to hear about. After coming off of Total Drama Rama, a lot of Total Drama fans around the world were really hoping for a more traditional Total Drama experience, and Warner Media at the time, they heard what we wanted. They heard us, and they brought us the Total Drama Island revival. The only issue is that it still hasn't premiered here in the US. I made a video a while back discussing how it's premiered all across the world except for the US. I believe it was like March or April of last year, 2023, when it premiered in Italy. Then it premiered over the summer in the UK, I believe, and then in October it premiered in Canada. But there's been absolutely no release yet for the US. There's been no mention of when this series is going to be coming to Cartoon Network. It's a rather strange situation, especially since the show was slated to premiere on Cartoon Network in 2023, and as I mentioned before, the English dub is done for this series because it's premiered in Canada in English, it's premiered in the UK in English, but for some reason it hasn't come to Cartoon Network in the US. Again, a rather peculiar situation. Well, what's even more peculiar now is what's happening today. The recording of this video is being made on April 14th, and in Canada today, Total Drama Island, the second season of the revival, has premiered its final episode. Not only has the first season of this show been out, but now the second season of this show is out, but there's still been no mention of when this series is coming to Cartoon Network here stateside. I just don't understand what is going on here regarding Total Drama Island. To me, it just really makes absolutely no sense why this show has premiered all throughout the world. The first season has, now the second season has wrapped up airing in Canada, but yet we still haven't gotten the first season in the US. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. From a marketing standpoint for Cartoon Network as well, I feel like this really hurts them when it comes to their core fan base in the Total Drama world. Like, the core Total Drama fans have probably seen the series already illegally online just because people in other countries usually record the episodes and upload them. I remember back in the day, that's how I used to watch Total Drama. That's how I used to watch the old Bakugan too. They would premiere elsewhere around the world first, come to Cartoon Network much later on, and you could see a whole season in advance on YouTube back like 10-15 years ago. And that's the same thing that's going on now with Total Drama Island, this revival. The same thing happened too with the Ben 10 reboot. I remember the Ben 10 reboot came in other parts of the world in 2016, and it didn't come to the US until 2017. And I remember in the fall of 2016, I was watching it online because people had uploaded the episodes. The same thing is happening right now with Total Drama Island, and that just hurts Cartoon Network's image, and that's going to get them less viewers on the channel, which the whole point of these series is to gain more viewers on your channel. And then in turn, you might be saying to yourself, DC Network, who cares? As long as we get to watch it, why does it matter where we get to watch it? If we could watch it early, let's watch it early. Well, the problem with that is by people not tuning into Cartoon Network to watch this show, by people watching it illegally online where people re-upload the episodes, that's going to mean less viewers for Cartoon Network, which means less money for Cartoon Network. And you might be saying, DC Network, they're a big brand, who cares if they make less money? Well, the thing that will happen from there is they'll take that as, oh, people just aren't interested in seeing Total Drama anymore because the ratings are low. And it's like, no, the ratings won't be low because people aren't interested in seeing Total Drama anymore. The ratings will be lower because you guys just dragged your feet when it came to releasing it here. I really can't fathom what could possibly be going on with Total Drama Island behind the scenes at Cartoon Network, because we know the show's done. The first season's out, and now the second season's out, and it's aired all of its episodes. There's 26 episodes waiting to be aired, but for some reason, Cartoon Network just hasn't said a single word about it. If you look right now, Total Drama Island has no release window here in the US. It's TBA right now, or rather TBD, I should say, when it was originally slated for a 2023 release. So what is going on with the series? I've speculated before that I think this show is going to be coming to Adult Swim now instead of Cartoon Network. I still stand by that. I really don't think Total Drama, at least, I haven't seen the revival yet. I'm gonna wait till it comes to Cartoon Network and they upload the episodes on Max to see it. But I'm assuming the show's going to be edging more on the, young adult / teenage audience inside, because that's what the original series did. That's what Total Drama Island, Action World Tour, and etc. All of them kind of borderlined on being a series meant for teenagers and young adults. So for that reason, I don't think Cartoon Network is going to be the home for this series anymore. I think it's going to go to Adult Swim, and maybe that's why there's a holdup. That's the only thing I can think of, because otherwise, what is going on with this show? Because we know it's ready, it's out in other parts of the world, but for some reason, Cartoon Network just hasn't said anything about it. And again, I have said this for years now regarding Cartoon Network, and quite frankly, I don't even mention it as much anymore because I'm tired of even thinking about it. They are horrible when it comes to their communication skills. I mean, how hard would it be to say Total Drama Island's coming in the summer of 2024 if that's the case, right? Why can't you just say that? Why can't you give us a window? Because we're all left here wondering, hey, where's that show that was supposed to premiere a year ago and is out in other parts of the world? What exactly is going on with it? Why haven't we gotten our hands on it yet? And Cartoon Network sits there and they say nothing. So hopefully they say something soon, but if I had a bet on it, Cartoon Network's just going to sit there and say nothing, and we'll get an announcement probably about 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks before Total Drama Island premieres eventually on Adult Swim or Cartoon Network if they still decide to air it there. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think is going on with Total Drama Island? Did you guys know that the first 2 seasons of the revival are out already, but for some reason Cartoon Network here in the US hasn't said anything about it? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.